Stop being afraid of getting old. Preparing for old age. The season of old age. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna, Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I do share with you my perspective on different topics. I hope you like, share, subscribe to all 5 channels. Names are pinned to the top of the comments section below. So I got to thinking about preparing for old age and how so many people deny. They think that it will never happen to them. Now, I'm not talking about acting old and just sitting away and rocking the rest of my life in a rocking chair. As y'all know, I'm in my mid-60s and I embrace my youthfulness. I am 29 forever, as I always say, attitude-wise, and yet technically I'm in my mid-60s. And so this is the thing. I embrace both. I embrace my youthfulness, and yet I embrace the season of old age. And so when does old age begin? Well, I don't think there's a technical time that old age begins. Some people think it begins at 50. Some people think it begins at 65. Some people think it begins at 95. It just is a perception. But old age, if we live, we're going to get older, and we want to live, healthy, happy, productive lives. And so just because we get older doesn't mean that we're going to be old, tired, and worn out. We may be very happy, healthy, and fit, and living a very active lifestyle at every age and every stage of life. And yet, so many people don't want to prepare for old age. Old age, whatever time period people consider old age to be, life is always changing. So why would it not change when we get older? And so being in my 60s, my children are now grown. They're young adults, and they're kind of stepping out into the world little by little on their own, college or jobs or whatever. And so my life is beginning to change. We have a big house. I don't want to downsize into a smaller house. So what I've opted to do is to kind of redo the whole upstairs. I'm doing it all myself. I've talked about that in another video, remodeling my upstairs, remodeling my whole house actually little by little, which is an endless, forever, ongoing project for me. I love projects, especially ones where I don't have a timeline and I do a little bit here, a little bit there. And so, but that's in preparation for my old age, so that if need be, my husband and I could live on one floor. You know, one floor is more than what we need. And so in my day, people shut off the bedrooms. They just shut off whatever rooms they didn't need. They didn't go downsize, although some people do, and I understand that. That can be a great option. For us, I prefer to stay in my home, you know, forever. Be the little old lady who winds her grandfather clocks. And so this is the thing. The more we are prepared for old age, with great doctors in place if we need them, hopefully we don't need them, taking meticulous care of our health to the best of our ability, because as we age, things are more likely to wear out. And so the better we take care of ourselves, the better we often are. And so financially, if one can be prepared and make smart decisions, remember, rebounding is not as easy financially and otherwise as we get older than when we were younger. You can rebound if you make your mistakes. I've often heard the 20s and 30s are when you make your mistakes. The 40s are when you should have it together. The 50s are when you begin to let someone else take over what you were doing in your 20s, 30s, and 40s. You know, whether that's accurate or true, I don't know, but it makes a lot of sense to me. And so what I'm basically saying is this, is the more prepared we are to look and see, kind of foresee into the future if that's possible, and say, well, you know, these are some of the things that happen to a lot of older people, so how can I avoid them or navigate through them by being prepared? And whether it's financial, whether it's health, whether it's relationships, you know, the kind of what if, you know, the what if syndrome. A lot of people get caught into the what if syndrome, but sometimes the what if syndrome is good to look at from the standpoint of being prepared, and then you let go. You let go of that once you're prepared if those what ifs come. You know, what happens if I need a plumber? You know, you already have that plumber's name, a competent plumber that you can call. Hopefully you'll never need one, but if you do, you have that number wrote down. It's the same way in every area of our lives. And so the more prepared we are for the things that kind of seem to come with old age, often the better we will do. So I believe in being prepared to the best of my ability, and then getting out there and living my best life to the best of my ability. Remember, we all have different circumstances. We all have different things going on in our lives. And so what one person may be doing may be very different than another person doing at that very same age, because we all have different sets of circumstances. But live your best life even within your circumstances, and most certainly within your blessings. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.